The following podcast contains adult themes and adult language. Listener discretion advised.
And although we joke, if you or someone you know is affected by or a victim of domestic violence, dial 1-800-799-7233 or visit the National Domestic Violence Hotline's website, thehotline.org.
But it's always the husband, it's always the husband, it's always the husband, I don't kill you, babe.
Hi, this is Sarah.
And this is Megan.
You are listening to It's Always the Husband podcast.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us. We're both huge pieces of shit. And we're coming to you late on Tuesday because of several unfortunate events.
Sarah.
Our bodies are breaking down and they're already fat pieces of shit shoved in a dirty potato sack. And now we've been sick. Well, you've been terribly ill. Do you want to tell everybody where you've been, where I've had my husband fill in?
I'd love to tell you. We went MIA for a week. I went MIA for a couple weeks. So the last time we spoke, I think I was getting ready to leave for the 8th grade field trip to Washington, D.C. And so I got on the plane and on a Tuesday night, and I was feeling kind of sore. And I was like, that's weird. Like, I went to school all day and I was kind of itchy around my neck, and I was wearing a new sweater, and I thought, I maybe just need to wash this sweater because it probably has like chemicals from wherever it was made. Then I got on the plane and I was sitting there, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I thought, I feel kind of sore, like if you lifted weights, which I knew I never would do. And then we got up the next morning at 7. We had breakfast at 7, and we were going to go see the world. Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C., where that fucker George Washington lives. His goddamn wife.
Martha.
Yeah.
So we went around. Now, nothing was open because of the government shutdown.
What?
So we couldn't go to any Smithsonians.
Sure.
Luckily, the monuments are out in the open, so we could go to all of those
statues. That's fun for kids.
At statues.
That's worth $2,000 for 3 days.
And we also one day we were able to go to the Holocaust Museum because that was
good. It's a good thing
open
for children.
Yeah.
Well, it's a horrible thing for anyone to see, but it's a fucking reality.
Yeah. And they need to see it, and it's very well done. Very sad. So we did get to go there. We went to the Spy Museum, which was fun. It was really fun. I would love to spend like a whole day there. We spent 2 hours there, but you and I could go crazy.
Yeah.
I took some crazy ass spy shit pictures, which I forgot to send you, which I'll tell you about. So got home and my neck was really itchy. And I thought, oh my God, I think I got bitten by a spider. And people were like, what's going on with your neck? And I'm like, I don't know. I think I got bit by a spider or something. Because it didn't itch like a mosquito bite, but it just felt annoying. And so the next morning we got up, and I am feeling increasingly awful as every minute goes by. And I looked on my neck at one point and I was like, oh my God, this looks horrible. So like we finally stopped to eat dinner at like 6 o'clock. I think we took a bus to Monticello where, we were in Virginia where Thomas Jefferson was and whatever. And I was like, by the time we got to dinner at 7 o'clock, I said, I got to go find a drugstore. I need to get some Benadryl.
Did you go to George Washington's home?
Yeah, we did.
Touch something of his and get the carbuncle?
That was the last stop. So this has nothing to do. I cannot even blame it on George Washington.
I'm trying to blame it on him and his carbuncle.
I know.
And his goddamn wife.
It wasn't him.
Oh.
So I took some Benadryl next day. Get up. Go out and do some other shit. By the time I get home, I'm dead. I go to the chaperone meeting at 10:30. Everyone looks at me and they're like, oh my God, you look like shit. I called my mom when I got back to the hotel room and I was like, Mom, before you she had Rory. She was watching Rory. I said, before you go to my house and stay overnight for a couple nights, you might want to check around my bed because I think there's like a spider.
Like in the episode we did where she had that spider in her room.
And I just kept looking. I literally was, Sarah, I was looking up like brown recluse bites. And
do we have those in Minnesota?
Yes.
Oh.
And black widow. I was like, are there black widows in Minnesota? Like, thinking because I was achy on my shoulder and itchy, and I sent home pictures to you guys. Yes. I was like, this fucking spider bit me on my neck, and I look like I got my throat slashed. So I talked to my mom, and she's like, I said, just look out for a spider. Maybe wash my sheets. I don't know.
I took a huge dump in those sheets too, but look for the spider.
She's FaceTiming me and looks at me, and she's like, Megan, you have shingles.
Oh.
And I was like, no, I don't. And she's like, yeah. So I hadn't even looked at myself, right? Because I'm out and about.
This is a trip that already the job we do is so exhausting mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Yeah.
That it's unsustainable for someone to do beyond 3 years. And we've done it for 100.
Yeah.
It is, in this day and age, an impossible job.
Yeah.
And you are doing this job out in public in Washington, D.C.
Right.
I've done that trip.
Yeah.
It's so exhausting.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, you're a type of tired where you feel like you have been on American Gladiators and just kicked in the nuts with one of their, or hit in the nuts with one of their, where they're shoot like the balls. You're just hit with their ball shooting thing in the nuts all day. And so to have what you had on top of it all, I don't even understand how you survived through a day.
I don't know.
I would just have cried.
I don't really know either. But at that point, I took my shirt off and looked in the mirror, and I had red spots all down my neck, up into my hair. It hurt to touch my head. On the back of my ear, I had one popping up on my chin. And I was like, oh my God.
You were coated.
I'm sick. And so I went back downstairs. I'm like, I am sick. I need to go to the hospital, and I don't have a car. I'm like a chaperone. And so the lovely people of World Strides were like, we're calling you a fucking Uber.
Those are good people.
Yeah. We're getting you to the emergency room. Because I couldn't even go to urgent. Like, everything was closed. You don't get back until 10 o'clock at night.
You are gone the entire fucking day.
So, of course,
with overstimulation.
And everyone's so exhausted.
Yeah.
And one of the other chaperones that was with me was like, all right, you guys get in the car. And Phil was like, I have to go. And she was like, yes, you have to go to the emergency room in Washington, D.C. with your wife. So we get there in an Uber. There's literally someone getting arrested. Like, cop cars drove up onto the sidewalk in front of the emergency room and were arresting someone.
That was me. I'm sorry.
We walk in.
I showed my anus to people.
Oh, no. It was so crazy. This was the craziest fucking shit I've ever seen. There were like people hammered out of their minds in handcuffs getting like blood tested for
Again, that was
things.
me. I showed my anus.
That was you.
In a movie theater.
People that were just screaming and moaning for no reason, and they would just like wheel them up and sit them next to me.
This is
and they just go,
she's in here for
and one would go, oh my god. One guy was going like scream, grunting.
So this was these were all teachers on the field trip.
Yes. Every other teacher that I was working with ended up in the ER that night. Finally, after 3 hours sitting in the ER,
I can't
seen.
I can't handle this.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
I would be crying just so hard.
I've been traumatized. I know. The doctor looks at me and goes, oh yeah, you have shingles. And she's like, what are you doing?
You couldn't have done like a virtual. But then where would you fill? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like I didn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid when I do those virtual visits that they don't if they can't see it, you know what I mean? Like, or whatever, they'll just be like, oh, well, we'll give you some Benadryl. Try to, and I was like, I knew Benadryl wasn't working because I had been taking it and I had been using all these itch creams and stuff. So she gave me, the antivirals right away. She put me on a, what do you call those? Steroid for a while, which then when I got back, they told me don't take the steroid because that suppresses your immune system. But put me on a steroid, I think because it was so swollen around my throat and puffy, and then gave me a painkiller. And then after that, we had to take an Uber to the 24-hour gas station or 24-hour pharmacy and get all the rest of my drugs. Then get home. Then I fucking woke up and got on the bus the next day because I didn't know what else to do.
You should have said, you know what? I'm going to take a quick 5, and that quick 5 is going to be an all-day break.
And
I can't believe
there were 320 kids.
And they could go fuck themselves with a rubber hose.
But this isn't even the worst part, people, listeners, friends, because finally on the way home, we did visit George Washington's home of Mount Vernon. And then right from Mount Vernon, we went straight to the airport and we were like, fuck yeah, we're going home. We'd been there since Tuesday night. It's Saturday night. Mm-hmm. We fly from Baltimore to Chicago. We have a 2-hour layover. The kids get some food in the airport and they're running around and we're like, all right, let's get on this plane. It's delayed. It's delayed 4 times. Finally, we see the plane come in and they're like, we're going to get you on here, knowing that there's 66 kids with me and 4 other chaperones. And then the plane is full, right?
Yes.
So we get on. It's probably like midnight, 11:30. We were supposed to be in Minneapolis by midnight. Yes,
because you said I'm going to be home by then.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank God.
Yeah. And we were just getting on the plane, and then we taxied, and we taxied, and we taxied, and the pilots timed out, and they said, "Sorry, everyone, we didn't get in the air. We can't fly anymore. We have to go back to the gate." And kids start bawling. They're screaming. I think I couldn't even feel anything anymore.
Yes.
I just was like completely dead inside and outside.
You've had a traumatizing event where your sanity snapped. Uh-huh. And then you just were a shell of yourself.
So I just looked at Phil. Yeah. We got off the plane. They stuck us all in an unused gate. And we slept with 66 children on the floor for, I don't know, I think we finally got out at like 2:30, got back on a plane at 5. So we slept, we didn't sleep. And the kids were all there and they were all so sad and crying. I was trying to give hugs and be nice, but also I had shingles.
And you're in
wanted to die.
Pain.
Yeah.
And it's just getting worse.
Yes. So I finally got home a day later than I was supposed to, and I went to bed and I did not wake up
for 2 weeks.
Literally for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Shingles kicked my ass.
Yes, you had a severe case.
It's still kicking my ass. Yes. Like I still have spots on my neck. Mm-hmm. I still feel like I have the flu. It's the most bizarre pain. Because it itches, it burns. Yeah. It's like a shooting electric shock. It's like an ache of the worst flu you've ever had. It's all of the worst pains tied up in my body.
And the pain of the job we have.
Yeah. I got an elderly person's disease.
Yeah. Well, because of that, I went 2 days ago to Walgreens and said, give me it all of it. Every vaccine you have, all of it. I'm 51. I qualify for a lot. Give me all of it. They're like, okay, ma'am. So I had 4 vaccines at one time. I had shingles, COVID, pneumonia, and flu. I said, all of it. Pump it in.
Did you feel sick afterwards?
The nighttime. Yeah. I had it like at 11 a.m. And by the nighttime, I realized I think I have a fever.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad. And then I just took some like ibuprofen and took that throughout the day. And then I was okay. My arms are sore. But again, I'm not a weightlifter.
No.
But then I also have a cold I've had for 1,000 days and 1,000 nights. like Scheherazade.
Days and nights.
And my voice is going. And work today, my job decided to put on an iron pointy boot and kick me in the cunt.
You forgot to tell everyone about what happened on Halloween too, when you put a picture of Pennywise up.
Oh, I put a picture. I put all October. I have a Halloween theme, so I put
because it's our
Halloween
favorite
themed character everywhere in my room. And I decorate for Halloween. And I had a child that was very upset that it was a clown. It has a very upsetting phobia of clowns. Was in the hallway crying, and I don't.
And
have
you're like,
much.
"What are you doing out here?
No,
Why are you
you're
crying?"
Fine. You're fine. You're fine. This is fine. It's a picture. You're fine. We're going in. You're fine. Oh, but
that was one of my favorite.
You are fine.
Yeah,
you're fine. And I didn't have it up when he went in. I took it off when I said I took it down. You're fine. I said it's a picture. Life is so much harder, bitch.
It's a picture.
You got a deal.
You don't have shingles.
I don't have shingles. Yeah, he doesn't have shingles.
Yeah, he didn't have shingles.
And then I went to Kentucky.
Yes.
And, I was very prejudiced on Kentucky in this podcast and in my life. And now I feel like I was born to be a Kentuckian.
Oh my God.
I loved it so much. But I lived a very privileged Kentucky life.
Yeah.
In Louisville.
Yeah.
In bourbon hopping and distillery hopping.
Yeah.
But I loved every minute of Kentucky. I loved every Kentuckian I met. And I did not see one fucking horse. I only saw cows.
I can't even believe that.
Not one horse. But I loved every part of Kentucky and every minute being in Kentucky. And I will talk about it when we get to our glitter, but we were shit-faced the whole time, which might have led to me loving Kentucky so much. And we were at dinner, and we were there because Jamie's cousin turned 50, and his lovely wife surprised him and had all of us dickweeds there to surprise him. And Jamie's cousin was there, and his aunt, and the cousin whose birthday it was, his sister, his mom, Jamie's aunt, and her mom's bestie was there. And they are party hard. They party hard.
Yes.
They out-partied me 1,000 times, but anybody could.
Yeah, you don't party.
They partied nonstop, drank nonstop. Where we stayed was at Hilton, just like the Hewing, where we stayed for my birthday. So upstairs bar, upstairs hot tub, exactly the same layout of the room.
That's so fun.
So there's a bar upstairs. They all went to the bar upstairs. Well, I went to bed, of course, every night. And so then by like the second night, we were in the oldest bar in the United States is in Kentucky, in Bardesville. And we were there eating a sandwich or whatever. And Mary, the aunt, Jamie's aunt.
Yeah.
And she is in her 70s. And she said, does anyone want to taste my catfish? Because she got the catfish there. And we're all hammered. And I said, that's what Mary said last night at the bar to every man she met. Said it to the lunch table, saying that Mary was going around saying, anyone want to taste my catfish? And I was like, oh no, I said this woman who invited us on this trip, and I just said she was telling everyone if they want to taste her catfish.
But she laughed, right?
Hysterically.
Yeah,
she laughed.
Because if she parties, she knows that's a joke.
But it was I don't know. But that's what my glitter was this distillery. It's in Bardstown, which I guess it's south of Louisville, and it's kind of where distilleries.
How do you spell it? Bard, like
the Shakespeare. Bardstown.
Yeah, like the Bard.
Yeah,
okay.
And it's the cutest little town. It's like right out of a Norman Rockwell painting. The whole town, and it had boutiques. The whole main street was the cutest boutiques you've ever seen.
Yeah. Did you get anything?
Well, no, because we were on it. Like I didn't have my own car. So we go to this. It's called Preservation Distillery Farm. It was the cutest thing you've ever seen. Their whiskey's pretty expensive because it's like boutique whiskey, but it was the best we had, best tour. So if you ever get to go to it. And then our favorite was called Cock of the Walk.
No.
Yes. And so of course, but this distillery is.
Did Jamie get a T-shirt?
Yes.
At Cock of the Walk?
I bought it because I said it is the first distillery owned by a woman. And there's only less than 1% of bourbon distilleries owned by women.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And so this one by far was all of our favorites. So if you can buy Preservation Distillery Farm bourbon, buy it to support. This place was so excellent. Everything about it was excellent. The tour, the bourbon, everything. But our favorite was called Cack of the Whack bourbon. And the whole trip was fantastic. Everything about it, I loved 1,000%.
I know you were really. I thought you were.
I was happy
going to come
and
home.
I didn't. Well, we couldn't find my plane ticket home, and I thought if I have to stay in Kentucky the rest of my life, I'll be so happy. I didn't realize I would love Kentucky.
I really thought you were going to leave, and then I was like, "How are we going to do our podcast? We're going to have to learn how to
remote.
Do it remote."
Because
like
I'm
Kimberly and
Kentucky
Katie
again.
did from Dateline.
But I loved it. Kentucky, I made fun of your teeth.
She's sorry.
But I'm sorry. Because I love you people. I love you people. I didn't know I was from Kentucky.
You live.
I love them.
You learn. You live.
But before you do your glitter, I better do this because now I'm drinking and I am sick. We have 6 patrons.
You do not.
Yeah. And we need to get a Patreon episode when you're feeling somewhat better. And my voice is going.
Yeah.
But Megan, if many seem foreign because her money was foreign.
Okay. We take foreign money.
Megan Zealand.
Okay.
And I'm like, is she from New Zealand?
Also the best because Megan.
Yeah, I
you
know.
can't get a better name than that.
And Casey Graff.
Love it.
Cute
Casey.
Name. Jillian Ogilvy. I was going to say Gilligan, but I believe her name is Jillian Ogilvy. That's a cute name, and I believe she is foreign.
Okay.
Marie
Antoinette.
Yes, possibly. Anna Johnson and Sherry Bohannon.
Oh, we just met Sherry
Megan,
at
Marie.
book club.
Yep. Sherry and Anna, Jillian, Casey. Thank you.
You guys, that just makes us so happy.
And I lowered my antidepressants by half.
Why?
Because I felt like I don't need that much.
Oh.
So now I feel like I can do art again or whatever. I was so because when you work for someone that's very horrible.
Yeah.
And then you get a boss that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Your life gets better.
It does.
And so I told my psychiatrist, I don't think I need extreme amounts of medication anymore to keep me from killing and murdering my boss. Because I like my boss. So can I go down? And she said, yes. And so now, like, all of a sudden I feel like functioning again somewhat.
Wow.
Because I had to block every feeling of murder.
Yeah.
And hatred.
Yeah.
And I don't care if he listens. I was tortured. Just like my ex-husband, I say terrible things, and you shouldn't say terrible things about the father of your children.
Oh,
but
Lord.
He sucks asshole. And when he gets his own podcast, he can say, I suck asshole.
He can say it too.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But you don't.
What is your glitter? What got you through your terrible week?
Right. Because I've had shingles for 2 going on 3 weeks now. I just want to say thank you to everyone who took care of me. Honestly, like you sent me money to
buy books, buy makeup,
so
buy something.
I actually bought some books for book club with my Kindle. People brought Melissa and all my dance moms, Melissa, Mary, Emily, they all brought over food. Laura Kuchenmeister brought over her best cookies and brought over Jen Hatmaker's Awake, which I wanted to read, and I was so excited to read it. Just like Tanya Shopper brought, just all my friends really came through for me. So I want to say thank you because I was really miserable. The other thing that really came through for me was a little paste, I guess I want to call it. It's kind of like a butt cream, but it's called Calmaceptine. And
it's a calmative.
Yes, it has
it calms your
properties that calm your lesions.
Yeah.
So it's kind of numbed things, but it also made me not
lidocaine?
scratch it. Yeah, but it's like it also has
shrinkage,
calamine lotion in it. So it's like I have it on right now, so you can probably see like
that's good stuff.
Yeah, so it like covers it, but it keeps it covered.
Yeah.
And calms your skin, but there's also like some menthol in it. I don't know, but it just felt really good. So I put it on every morning, and it just like kind of keeps me, I don't know, sane.
Yeah.
So that was a big, and Laura actually said, well, my mother-in-law, again, because old people get
elderly disease.
My mother-in-law had shingles. I'll ask her. And she said, oh, my mother-in-law said calmoseptine. And I was like, oh my God, I have that, because I had also used it sometimes for my under the boob rash that I have. Yeah. Because it sticks to you. So it's like a barrier. So that I loved calmoseptine. I loved oxycodone.
That's a great
with Tylenol. Yep. I'd like to say thank you, Jesus, for Oxy.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed some pot gummies that just took the edge off. Thank you.
It'll do that.
Focal gummies, and then also my big hero, ibuprofen / Tylenol every 2 to 4 hours. Thank you.
Yes.
Tylenol,
for
not so much.
Relievers.
Yes, but ibuprofen, I'm definitely an ibuprofen girl.
Yeah.
I feel like Tylenol doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
For me, but ibuprofen, I can feel it.
Yeah. That's what I take a lot.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
For that.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you for the calmoseptine and oxy and pot and
our beginning is going long,
ibuprofen.
but to the people who hate it, it's called fast forward. I can't help you with
We don't
anything
care
else.
how long it is. All right, tell me what your
we have
Facebook funny is.
We have a lot of people joining our Facebook group. Thank you for joining. Thank you for spreading the word. People have done that. That helps us grow. My Facebook funny is I enjoyed that Haley Hepburn finally watched Waiting for Guffman.
I saw that too.
Yeah. Anybody who has not seen Waiting for Guffman, what are you doing? Watch Waiting for Guffman. You will not be disappointed, because it is a gem. Mm-hmm. It is a gem of a movie that I'm not even going to explain it to you because you can't explain it. No. It is just an absolute treat from start to finish. And I mean, during college, it was like our everything. I mean, it's so old, but like movies like that are just a delight.
Yeah.
And so she discovered Waiting for Guffman and loved it. And
we're so
it's just
happy
Eugene Levy has been a star, and Catherine O'Hara a star for many years. And
also on my sickbed relating to this.
Yeah.
I watched the John Candy documentary.
Oh, I have not yet because I feel like it might be sad.
It is kind of sad. But also,
he was on SCTV with Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara.
Were both interviewed for it. Yeah. All of them. Yeah. Everyone was in. Everyone we love was interviewed.
Because SCTV I watched with my mom as a kid in the 70s.
Yeah, I don't think we had that channel.
It was channel 2
on PBS.
Yes.
Oh, we did have that channel. Yeah.
And my sister and I would laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh.
Yeah.
Because we were super little and it was just so dumb. You know, it's dumb.
Yeah.
Humor that we just still today.
Saturday Night Live when I was little too, which is.
Yeah.
But so that's great. You know what else I watched? This is also a gets for me. Maybe I should save it. I'm going to save it. Just joking. Yeah. My Facebook funny was whoever posted, I don't know who the fuck it was, but I finally checked Facebook. I just said I'm the shittiest podcast. I didn't even wish Sarah a happy birthday. Like I couldn't function.
Cares.
Sarah, I love you. You're my best friend. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Also, I loved the Facebook funny that was about the guy who gets hammered off of Cutwater all the time. Yes. And he said, I didn't know that you were supposed to cut.
Are you supposed to
cut
water
with water? because everyone gets hammered on it all the time.
Or are you just supposed to get hammered on it? Because I drink 125 proof whiskey.
Yeah, one of them
knocks you off your ass.
Knocks you off your ass. Two,
you're done.
Passed out.
You're in the tub.
Drunk. Yes, you're in the tub.
You're
trying to record a podcast.
Yeah,
and no one can find you.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Maybe we're supposed to do that.
I don't know, but
we had water droppers with our whiskey tasting, where you're supposed to cut the whiskey with water because it was so strong.
Yeah,
and
but people drink whiskey and water, right? Like,
but many people didn't because they just wanted it whole. And then I would drink it, and then I was the only one in the groups many times that started going.
Yeah.
So Jamie would die laughing, and then at one time
because it would burn.
It burned so bad that I was on fire.
Yeah.
And then nobody else is doing anything. And I would taste it, just put it on my tongue and have a fit. And so this one woman at Preservation, I did it first, and she said, okay, I was waiting for someone to do that, and explained whatever. I was the only one out of it.
Of course, yes.
And there's some stuff like right from the barrel. So it was like just this burning.
Yeah.
And then we did it again for one, and she went to me and she was like, I was looking at you, waiting to see if you would do this. And you did. Because like I coughed and I got tears running on my face. And I said, why is no one else crying? What is this? She said, this means you have a very advanced palate. And I said, no, I don't at all. She said, yes, because your tongue is pulling the rye right from it right away. And that's why it's burning and you're coughing. And so this one here, whatever's all rye. And so she's like, I was looking at you to see if you'd do that again. And I did. And I said, I think it's just because I just throw it back. Throw it all back and it burns all the way down. I don't think I can't taste anything else, but maybe I have a rye something. But there was some that were like drinking fire.
I wonder if Phil would like that because he likes hot.
Yeah, some of them were so good, but by the end, you're so hammered. You're like, I don't know if this is $3 bottle or $500 bottle.
I don't like whiskey.
But bourbon is different. All bourbons are a whiskey, but not all whiskeys are a bourbon. And then you learn bourbon has to follow 6 rules to be bourbon. And bourbons are high proof, and they just burn your throat. But I do enjoy it. But after a while, it just
you will drink like a whiskey.
I do all the time. Yeah.
I would never.
But all right.
Okay, so thanks for that. Sorry, that's so long. Happy birthday, Sarah. I love you.
Thank you.
We had the worst birthday party for you because we had 0.
I did nothing, and that was a delight on my birthday. My actual birthday, I came home. I sat, I had some wine, and I went to bed at like 6:30.
That's great.
For me, that was the best birthday I've ever had.
That's good. Yeah. Because I was feeling really bad. And then it was Tiffany from the Beehive. She is also inching closer and closer to 50 every day.
She did what she loves to do, which is give hand jobs to men under a bridge. And she did that on her birthday. So we're all happy. Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong.
Let's talk about this fucking case.
So this one I found when I was still thinking it would be October. Because the show is called Grave Secrets.
Yes.
Grave Secrets. And the episode is season 1, episode 6, called Beyond the Grave. Beyond the Grave. And this, I don't know if we'd covered this before, but I don't think so.
Okay, I don't either, but I kept checking. Like,
I kept checking because every man kills his wife the same. Like, to where you've covered almost 300 husband killings, and you realize we could write a PhD on husbands kill their wives in like the same 3 ways.
Right.
And they just go to the same like 3 techniques.
Yeah. This one did have a twist in it that I'm still kind of confused about. Yeah. But I like that. Okay, so I liked this story.
Yes.
Yeah. In a macabre way. Yeah.
So we meet first Dan Scalisi. he's a detective, and he's explaining that, every detective has a case that haunts them.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can imagine, what police or what detectives and police have to see, again, it's the worst of humanity.
Right.
Every single day.
Right.
Or absolutely grisly, horrible murders of horrible things that human beings do to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to wake up and do it again the next day, and then try to have their own life and try to have a family.
Right.
I can't imagine. So it starts with a 911 call where a husband is calling. And he says, my wife tried to kill herself again. I think she did it.
I think she did it this time.
She shot herself in the head. First of all, right there, I'd say, sir, you're calling about your wife being dead, so obviously you killed her. Second, you think she did it. You can't tell, sir. You can't tell. You didn't go to try to revive your wife to find out if she's alive or dead, sir.
I never even thought about that until you just said it.
Really? I want you, sir, to take the phone, shove it up your asshole, and the police are coming to arrest you immediately.
He acted like he was locked out of the room or something.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, I can't get her.
Yeah.
She did. I think she finally did it. Like, what?
You can go
How
look.
do you not know?
You can go look.
Yeah.
Oh. So we're in the year 2000.
In the year
2000. March 29th. So Detective Dan, this is the case that haunted him. Mm-hmm. He gets called for a suicide. And this is Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
There is a Grand Rapids, Minnesota, correct? And that's where Judy Garland was born. Judy Garland
our friend Allison. No, wait.
Rapids? She lives in Grand
Rapids is where our friend Tara.
No, she lives in Alexandria, right?
She does, but she used to live in Grand Rapids and had the Zorbas there. Yeah, and then she used to live in McGregor too,
and had the Zorbas there. So it's a very rural home. So he goes rural home. So Detective Tan goes, when they get these calls, the police just have to go. And he was correct. He said, I'm just going. They said it's a suicide, but I'm going to go and make sure these fuckers, it wasn't a murder for the victim. Right. And good, and he said, I want to look if there's suspicious things. I'm going to investigate it. So he goes and it's this lovely, lovely, lovely large home. There are officers on the scene. He goes into the bedroom where the victim is. And there's like someone took 40 gallons of blood and poured it all over the bed.
It's really gross.
There was so much blood that it's the bloodiest, one of the bloodiest scenes I've seen, and I've seen a lot of crime scenes. And they show actual crime scene photos. There's dark blood. The weapon is still in the bedroom. And the woman, the victim, her name is Sandra Duyst. And is it Duyst?
Yeah, I think, yeah. But it's like
Duyst.
ST. Yeah.
And there's a photo of her, and she's a horse girl. And I thought, oh, I had a horse, and she loved horses.
Mm-hmm.
And here's where I thought, too. We have a lot of cases where the woman, it's supposed she shot herself in the head.
Mm-hmm.
In her own bed while she was sleeping. Would a woman, I feel like, no, I can't speak for everyone or all cases, but I feel like someone who is a mom who maybe can't take it anymore and maybe does this because you don't know what's in anyone's head and it's all terrible. But as anyone who's taken their own life for real, that's a mom, done it in their pajamas in a sleeping position with their head on their pillow in bed for their children to find.
In negligee? Because why was she wearing...
She was wearing like kind of a sexier... Well, you wear like her little sleep outfit.
Yeah.
You would think a mom would maybe go somewhere else or go in the garage or go...
I don't know.
I mean, you can't know what anyone's going to do, but I feel like it's all, whenever you see a mom in the bed with a gunshot wound, it's always the husband that did it.
Of course it is.
Because I feel like a mom wouldn't leave that scene for her kids to see. If you had to do it and had to I feel like it's the garage, or it's a different place, or it's, you know, it's not a blood scene. They would do pills or something, so they don't look like that. But then what? I don't know. So I always feel like that's suspicious, because here I am comfy in bed. I'm just going to do it right here in my bed. And just destroy. I mean, I don't know.
I feel like we probably don't.
You don't know what's. I mean,
because we're not there.
But
it does.
I don't feel like I've ever heard of any case where that's the case.
Alarming. Ugh.
I don't know. All right, so her husband is David, and so now the prosecutor is there, Greg Bohr, and Greg says, oh, he knew Sandra and David. Sandy is the victim. He knows David. Greg Bohr, the prosecutor, I wrote, looks 15. He looked like a 15-year-old little boy. He was a chubbier gentleman.
Hair? Yeah. His hair was crazy.
Yes, and they went to the same high school, but he looked like a teenage boy. Sandy and David also had 3 adorable children. And David, the husband, he has a really good job. The kids went to private school. They're church people. They're popular in town. I felt like David looked a little like Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Yes, he had hot glasses.
Yes, and the mustache. He kind of looked like,
David
Bryan Cranston.
Totally had
and the
hot
actor
glasses.
looks like him, but the actor was nerdier. I thought the real David was a little more manly, nerdy, while the other actor was nerdy.
Yeah.
So the detective finds David. David's on the couch, the husband, with the children who are devastated. David has his head in his hands. He's sad. You know, and the detective's like, this is so fucked up. I don't want to spend my day doing this. You know, these people are devastated. Their lives are ruined. Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to pry.
Yeah,
like, I just got to
I have to ask these questions and then get through it. This is so sad. So he goes to David and says, I have to just ask you some questions if you don't mind. David's like, you know, okay, kids, can you go in the other room? And the detective's like, I know this is super tough, but can you just kind of lead me through this? So David says, oh, if I was with her today, this never would have happened. But I slept on the couch in the living room.
Not again. A ball
That's
baby
where I was like,
cycle.
Oh, it's a husband that slept on the couch while his wife was dying again. And I'm like, did we cover this one? No, it's just that's every husband's story again.
I know.
It's the same shit. He's like, I was sleeping on the couch because there was a basketball game. I mean, Jamie watches sports and he still can go to his own bed. Like, you're a grown man. You can go to your own bed and brush your teeth and go to bed like a grown up.
I go to bed 1,000 hours before Phil does every night. And he still is always there
to bed,
farting his ass off at 5 a.m.
Yes.
I wish he would stay on the fucking couch. Why?
Come on. So then, of course, it's early in the morning and he's fallen asleep on the couch. Nowhere during the night you woke up to take a huge donkey piss.
Right.
And then go to your bed.
Because it feels better.
Oh. So he is in the morning and he hears the gunshot. So he runs into the room and he notices that he's bleeding for her head. But he takes the gun out of her hand first and then puts it down. Why?
She's already dead.
And then he runs out of the room and he calls 911. And then David says, yes, you know, she's been depressed. She's been threatening this since, you know, her stable incident over 1.5 years earlier. And the detective was like, the stable incident? He's like, yes. Well, I guess in November of 1998, so about 1.5 years before, he says that Sandra was kicked in the head by one of her horses. And even right then I thought, horse people don't get kicked in the head because they know she would know what to do. She would never put herself in a situation where she would get kicked in the head. And right there, I thought something's really wrong if she got kicked in the head by her horse.
Yeah, I mean,
it does. You know, randomly it can happen, but she had one horse that knew her,
and she rode it and took care of it.
There's no rush to do anything.
Right.
There's no reason.
It wasn't having to be like sometimes if there was
no stressful situation. She was just going to go ride her horse. There's no reason she would ever put herself in that situation to get kicked in the head by a horse. So I guess she was found in the barn, or she was bleeding very badly. She had this traumatic brain injury, and all of her friends who were interviewed, and I want to say she had a lot of gay gentleman male friends.
I concur.
And so I liked that about her as well.
Yes.
All of her male friends.
Did she have any female friends
I don't
interviewed?
know. But she was surrounded by her gay male friends.
Yeah.
I thought, what's better than this?
Nothing. She had it all.
She had it all. And the gay male friend said after that, obviously she was gloomy, depressed, and she had to be medicated. First off, if you have a traumatic brain injury,
obviously
that can change everything.
Right.
But then when we find out the truth, it explains everything as well. But
I thought right away, I'm like, oh, because we were just talking in the education pathway about brain functioning and we talked about Phineas Gage.
Yes.
When he got his frontal lobe blown
the railroad spike
through
his
head. So I was like, oh, damn, if she got kicked right in the front of her head,
it could change everything.
That changes your decision-making skills, your mood.
Yes. So Sandra was never the same for the last year and a half of her life. But all of her friends said, no fucking way was she suicidal. Not at all.
Right.
They said she was bubbly, happy-go-lucky. The day before, I mean, they're just like, I don't get it. But again, you don't, in those situations, you just don't know.
Right.
They said her children were her world. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. They said it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So David tells Detective Dan, she tried to do it once before with pain pills. And then she tried to stab herself. What? And then she was in a car crash and tried to do it. And they're like, oh, okay. David also gives Detective Dan some voicemails where Sandy says, my life is over. Have a good life. Go on without me. And he says, that's proof that she just wanted to do herself in. And it is Sandra's voice on the voicemail. Mm-hmm. But later we find out the whole story.
Right.
So the investigators are like, well, fuck. I mean, it kind of looks like she did it. So case closed. We're done. I'm going to go take a huge dump and move on to the next one. But then, of course, Sandy has her body go to the morgue.
She has her body go.
Yes. Well, Sandy's body goes to the morgue, where someone actually looks at it for 3 seconds.
Right.
And finds out something alarming. Meanwhile, she has a funeral. Mm-hmm. And her gay besties say, fuck that church she went to. Because Sandy devoted her life to this church. And during her funeral, the church said, oh, Sandy took her own life, so she's just going to burn in hell because she's a cunt. And they just burned her ass during her own funeral. The church she devoted all this time to, they told her friends and family that she's going to burn in hell during her funeral. What? I don't understand any of it. I would have stood up and said, I object. And you, sir, pastor, minister, whatever, you go burn in hell. And I'm going to take a huge jump on your car and I'm going to drive out of here. And I'm not leaving anything in your goddamn collection plate except poop. And maybe some pee.
That's it.
How dare they? How dare you say that about a human being during their funeral in front of their children and family?
It's rough out there in church, man.
I don't understand.
Sometimes
they just pretty much said she was sinful.
Yeah.
Sinful.
And
her friends just left like,
was bullshit.
I'm devastated.
Yeah.
And she would be devastated.
Yeah.
Like, this is her final moments at her church. I don't understand why someone would do that.
Right.
Meanwhile, while that's happening, the autopsy happens, and the ME says, "Hold on a minute. You said this was a suicide. This woman took her own life." They're like, "That's what they say, Doc." And he says, "Well, how come she's shot twice in the head?" And they show the X-ray. She has two bullet holes in her head in the same spot, an inch apart. And the ME says the first one would have killed her instantly. So how is she shooting herself again twice? Does someone shoot themselves first and say, "Fuck, I'm fucked it up. I better do it again.
Do it again?
Shit. Except I blew out my eyeballs and all of my reasoning
No.
and most of my brain and all of my, ability to function with my muscles and arms.
So they're
how am I going to do it? Shit, babe.
Yeah, they can't. It doesn't make sense.
The MA said the first shot would have killed her instantly or taken out any ability for her to even function.
Right.
How is she shot again? They're like, this is absolutely 1,000%
Right.
a homicide.
Right.
Like, what are you doing, you fuckers? You can't see this? And so then the detectives are like, what?
This is out of the ordinary.
So they said, well, could the gun have just, fired twice? I'm like,
I don't know because I've never shot.
You know what? No. And I've
never shot
maybe it's possible, but do you really think that's what happened? Do you really?
No.
And so they go back to the Duyst home, and I feel like I might say a different word. And I don't want to say that word. A Duyst home. And then the husband, David, answers. And they're like, you know what? We have some concerns when we saw her body. And David says, guys, I'm trying to cooperate. And I feel like, she had all these pills and everything. She was depressed.
She was struggling.
And they're like, sir, all we're here for is your fucking clothes you wore when your wife was murdered. I mean, your wife died.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, sure. So he gives him his clothes and his shoes. And to their naked eye, the clothes looked clean. They could not see any blood on it. Well, of course, because he could have given any fucking outfit.
Right.
Really?
That's what I'm saying is like, how would they even know that's what he was wearing?
Yeah. And they took the clothes to a crime lab, and the crime lab's like, I don't see no blood. I don't know what to do. Fuck off. And so they're like, shit.
Oh my God, I could give him
They look at the scene. And there's no robbery. There's no suspicious activity anywhere in the neighborhood.
Right.
There was no forced entry. Only people in the house were her family. So they're like, okay, so the person who did it had to have been in the home. It had to be a member of her family. That's probably not her children.
Right.
So it's probably her husband. So the detectives are again like, we got to try to crack David. And so David comes in and he has a polygraph test, and this fucker passes. Mm-hmm. He passes the polygraph test. And the detectives are like, oh, fuck. Like, God, if he didn't do, what do we do? What do we do?
He's stone cold, motherfucker.
Yeah. So they ask Sandy's family, they're like, how was their marriage? Is anything unusual? And Sandy's family is like, oh my God, we love David. Like, he's a member of our family. We're totally shocked that you think he would even kill her.
Right.
And the detectives say, well, did they have a troubled marriage? And Sandy's sister says, oh, wait.
I'm just remembering something.
Wait a minute. Oh, well, a year ago, Sandy told me that if anything happened to her, she left a letter in the china cabinet.
How does she not think this right away? She answers the phone and they say, your sister's dead. And she doesn't say, oh, look in the China. Like,
this has been probably months. If my sister called me and said, if anything ever happens to me, there's a letter I wrote hidden in my china cabinet, I would say, first off, hold up.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Second of all, I'm calling 911 right now.
What is the concern?
Get you in a safe place.
Leave the situation immediately. What is this? I would not forget about it. And then if something happened to her, I would immediately be at her china cabinet digging through it and saying, what happened? Her sister says, hold up. Hold up.
Oh, now I remember.
Oh, shit. She wrote a letter and she hid it in her house. And she said if like something happened to her to read the letter.
Dumb.
I swear to God, no one was there for this woman except her gay friends.
Yeah.
So the detectives are like, are you shitting me, you bitch? And so the detectives immediately go to the china cabinet, look all over. They find a letter.
They fucking found a letter!
Yes, that is sealed, hidden in the back. And so they open it up with gloves on, like the supervisors are there and everything. The supervisor reads it and he gets a look on his face that says, holy shit.
Holy shit.
So they read the letter aloud and the letter pretty much says, look at my husband. He fucking sucks. He's a cunt. And then she says, in my November 19th accident of getting kicked in the head by a horse was not an accident. My husband hit me in the head with an axe. First off, I have several concerns.
Yes.
I have several questions.
Yes.
100%. The day that your husband hits you in the head with an axe, do you say, you know what? I think our relationship's done. I don't care for you anymore.
And you survive.
You survive. She stays with him another year and a half. If Jamie hit me in the head with an axe, I would say, I don't know if it's working out between us. I feel like I need some distance. I feel like you're being aggressive. And I don't care for getting hit in the head with an axe.
No. The whole thing.
I couldn't believe any of this. I couldn't believe any of this. So she says, David hit me in the head. He beat me in Dexter's stall. So she named her horse Dexter.
Yes.
He hit me repeatedly. He only let me go when he said I would sell my horse. And he said, and then I never am going to kill myself ever. If I am dead, he killed me. Love, Sandra. So this letter is like,
okay.
The detectives are like, I'm shitting my pants because this is so fucked in so many ways.
It really is.
So many ways.
So he attacks her with an axe. She apparently goes to the hospital, right?
Yes.
She's in the hospital because she's bleeding severely. She's had a traumatic brain injury.
Mm-hmm.
And no one figured out that it was an axe that chopped her fucking skull and not a horse hoof. That's the part I don't understand. First of all.
Because I feel like a horseshoe is a significant mark.
Or no horseshoe. It's different than an axe.
Yeah, it would be.
One would think.
So the letter's from November 1998. And the detectives are like, well, geez, I guess we got to start from the beginning again. So they authenticate the letter. It's her fingerprints. It's her DNA. It's her signature. So they're like, this is her saying that her husband's a fucking asshole. And you know who else David, the actor, looked like? Mr. Noodle from Sesame Street. He's
Mr.
like
Noodle's brother, Mr. Noodle, or just Mr. Noodle?
Mr. Noodle.
Oh.
Kind of.
Yeah.
With the mustache and the glasses, kind of nerdy.
Yes.
So they tell David, like, your wife wrote this letter that said you hit her with an axe and that you probably killed her and that you're a huge dick and that you have a tiny penis. And David said, oh my God,
together.
She is trying to frame me. She's framing me.
Dead. She's framing me from the dead.
How many people actually do get framed in murder? Like, I don't think that exists. I think it only exists in books.
In a movie, yeah.
In a movie. Nobody has that time. Nobody has time in their day to frame somebody.
Well, isn't that what they were saying about, what's that one show that everyone watched on Netflix for a long time?
Oh, what's his name?
With Stephen Avery.
Yeah, but then he was framed his first time, but then he did it the second time.
Yeah.
But then the cops were just incompetent.
Making of a murder? Is that what it's called?
She said she's trying to just get me back for ruining her life. And she's trying to take me down with her. And she's a bitch. And the cops are like, well, that makes sense. Okay. Oh. So the sheriff department has no record of her talking about a horse attack. But the police still believe David. So they think, well,
bonkers.
Is she trying to frame David? Friends are all saying, after the accident where she got kicked in the head by a horse, she changed. She was kind of moody. Well,
she got kicked in the fucking head.
But if Jamie hit me with an axe, I would be a little bit upset about my life situation.
I would say,
I'm married to a guy who hits me in the head with an axe. That sucks. I didn't marry Jason Momoa. I married a guy who hits me in the head with an axe.
Yeah, I'm
really upset about it. And I feel like I need to leave him, but he's crazy and tries to kill me all the time, so I don't know how to leave him. But some detectives say, maybe we should look at David a little closer.
Do you think when she got hit, did she forget that? No, she didn't, because she wrote it down.
She wrote that letter, but she's probably terrified.
How do you go
or
back,
trying
though,
to
and not think that he's just going to
kill you
your
in your
head
sleep
off?
and not kill you? I don't know. I don't know how she wouldn't think he's
How
just
do you
gonna
go back there after he literally attacks
I don't
you?
know. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, maybe she had a heel and she didn't know where to go. I don't know. Dexter was there.
I feel like the gays would take care of her.
They would have instantly. I don't understand the situation. Okay. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But we learn that, once you know, David is having an affair with his secretary. He's porking his secretary. Who could have guessed? So the police find this out. They search David's office. He has all of his gross sex cards where he wrote her gross sex cards like, I hope that you touch my penis with your finger tonight.
Yeah. And they were like, this is good for 8 hours of sex massage.
Yeah. There were all sorts of coupons for this one coupon is good for me putting my finger in your asshole. I think I'm going to avoid that coupon.
I'm ripping that one
and
up.
then there's voicemails that he left to the girlfriend, like, I love you. Let's go pork later.
Yeah, they were literally lovey.
So the detective's like, did Sandy find out? Well, maybe she did. So Sandra maybe thought maybe there's no way out. They realized Sandra was one of those people that also, due to maybe her church, divorce was not an option. Even if your husband hits you in the head with an axe, you stay married.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand it either. But she wanted people to think she had a perfect marriage, perfect life. And you know what? My husband hits me in the head with an axe. Well, no one has to know about it. That is an issue in religion, I think, for women.
Yeah.
Where women think they can't get out of a situation due to their religion.
Yeah.
Even when their husband hits them in the head with an axe.
Yeah.
I'll say, you know what? Women, go for it. Leave. Because his tiny penis isn't worth it. I can't. I have to move past that. I can't.
That's rough.
It's a terrible situation she was in. Terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think she pushed through it. So detectives talk to the mistress. She's smoking a heater out on a bench and they're talking to her. They don't know if she's telling the truth or lying. But she says, well, David told me that his marriage was over. And, we started just porking, but then it turned into love. Gross.
The whole time she's just
smoking her heater and farting.
Yeah.
So they made a plan to divorce. She, when she follows through with her plan, divorces her husband, is honest with her husband.
Yep.
David doesn't, though. What do you know?
Weird.
David's not following through with his promise. He's not getting divorced. And so the girlfriend said, fuck you.
This is it.
Like, you pick me or Sandy. She even
got
quits her
divorced.
job so she's not around him.
Yeah.
And she seemed to be very, very cooperative, but it seemed like she was still hiding something. But she probably was, because how embarrassing. Of course
she was, because they look at her computer.
Yeah, her computer shows that before Sandra died, she was
just
already...
a day before, or
yes,
a couple
days before. She's looking at a website called buildyourownengagementring.com. So obviously things were stepping up, and she was thinking she was going to marry this dickhole.
She knew she was going to get him. So she
Why
knew,
do you want him?
She knew something.
Why do you want him? So 2 days before the murder...
He had hot glasses. Yeah. That's why.
She's looking at wedding rings, and the mistress is getting real antsy. So now they listen to David's voicemail. There's another one from Sandra. Sandra...
So many voicemails in 2000.
Has come to her senses and said, David, you're a fucking asshole. I hate you. You suck ass. You're a donkey dick bitch. I want to separate. And then she's like, go on with your life. Well, that's what she meant. She wanted to separate from this weasel dick bitch. She didn't want to take her own life. She wanted her own life away from him.
No.
He can go on with his life and marry this dumb bitch. She doesn't care. She's going to go on with her life. So now, like, that makes more sense. Like, and she didn't even seem like upset. She was calm and determined. And
she's just like, good
you
luck.
do your life, I'll do mine. That's what she meant. So now they're like, let's look at David's finances. So on the surface, they all look good, but then they find out that, tons of money is going to the horse. Well, of course. Horses drain your money.
They do.
Out of your butthole quicker than diarrhea. Yeah. He's paying school tuition for these kids for private school, where you could put them in public school.
You could.
You snotty bitches.
They loved the Lord, apparently.
Yeah.
Even though they were told the Lord didn't love them.
The Lord didn't love them, in their words.
Ugh.
And they are owed on a huge loan. So David was up a creek without a paddle in his asshole. But David took out $1,700,000 life insurance policies on his wife, Sandra. So if Sandra dies, even if it's suicide, he gets $500,000. And he takes them out, of course, immediately before she dies.
Right.
Which is always convenient. So her death solved almost all of his problems. But then we find out, wait, his clothes did have blood spatter all over them. And it was Sandy's blood. Well, we didn't see it before. But I guess he does have blood on his clothes.
Okay, so one, he's an idiot because he gave them the actual clothes that he was wearing when he could have given them anything.
Anything. And so then they have a second autopsy, and they're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure no one shoots themselves twice in the head. It's murder.
Which they should have known.
Yes.
Right
and they
away.
tested the gun and everything. The gun is not known for double shooting, anything. So they're like, the only one that was in the house that is said they're in the house is David. So they arrest him.
Ta-da!
Yes. And they find out, they tell him, you pretty much, tried to kill her a year and a half ago when you hit her in the head with the axe. It didn't turn out. It didn't work all right. So David's arrested in 2002. But all of his friends and family are like, I don't think David did it. I think he's innocent. But once they go into court and hear everything, they're like, oh. The jury, of course, immediately knows that he's guilty. So they say guilty first-degree murder. He gets life without parole.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that really mean? Is that depends on the state you're in, or does it 25? I don't know. Actual life without parole?
Then he probably...
I don't know, but he's away for at least 30 years, maybe.
Yeah. The kids, of course, sadly, have no parents.
Now they have no parents. They have this whole legacy. They have extreme trauma. It's another generation of just absolute shit because a man couldn't just be normal.
Yeah.
Be normal. If you want to be with your secretary, who fucking cares? Just go do it.
Yeah.
We can be divorced and move on and have kids. I mean,
he clearly was a a psychopath.
He was psycho. For him to pass a polygraph and have tried to kill her that many times, he's a psychopath. Like a crazy asshole.
Like an axe to your wife's head is fucked up.
Yes.
And I still can't figure out why he didn't just completely kill her then. Was it that it would be too obvious?
I don't know.
And
maybe
he couldn't blame it on the horse or something?
And then she was up.
Because I'm like, how do you
not have the horse and walk over her or something? I don't know.
Your wife, who clearly knows you attacked her with an axe. How do you send her to the hospital and expect that she's not going to say something?
Because I was like that guy right there with the blood all over him.
He fucking hit me with an axe. I don't. That's the part I feel like
there's pieces missing.
Understand.
Yeah.
This also was a forensic files.
Oh, it was.
But how did we miss it?
We covered every forensic file.
I know.
So we must have done this one.
Have we done it before?
We had to. We probably did. So you get a double surprise.
It's called forensic. It was called. How did I find it? The show that we watched was called
Grave Secrets.
This one was. Oh my God! I just accidentally, when I was looking for pictures.
It's called Dickweed David.
Yeah, it was like David is a huge fucking dick and almost an axe murderer.
Well, we forgot to give her a shout out to Frau.
Oh my God! Yes, Forensic Files. Oh my God! It was called Murder She Wrote.
We did that one, so we have.
So we've done
one.
this.
Yes, we did do that one.
Okay, well,
but I don't remember any of it.
The shingles have affected my brain.
I know, and I didn't remember, and I thought I looked it up, but I think we've covered two now twice. Well, that's not so bad.
I love it. I don't remember.
I remember
her hair though. I don't remember this.
I don't remember it at all. But then again, we were hammered for a lot of them.
That's true.
But we did get a lovely care package, and we want to thank Jennifer Kretschmer from California.
She is a fellow deodorant
thank you.
Factory worker.
That made my day.
She knows what it's like to be us.
Yes.
In the trenches in DC with 320 eighth graders with shingles.
I can't.
Stranded on the airport floor. She knows. And
she knows what it would be like. And that's
thank you so much for, dude, we got to make it out to Cali to visit all of our California people. We got to make it to Australia to visit our Australian friends. But I'm afraid of all the things in Australia. We got to make it to London.
We do.
We have so many places that we need to go.
I know.
We're working on it.
We are.
Okay. We also have a book club. If this is your first time listening and you made it through my fucking crazy shingle story, this month we are reading Listen for the Lie. I think it's free on Kindle Unlimited.
It is.
And
that's how I did it. I loved it.
Good. I loved it too. It's like a romance, rom-com, murder.
Yes.
It's everything you've ever wanted.
I loved it.
Yeah. It's fun. It's quick. You'll love it. I read it again when I had Shingle. I read many books.
I'm glad.
Thank you, Shingles. Yeah. I don't know.
Thank you, Shingles.
All right. We love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being patient with us. Bye.